Welcome, besties, to another new story of loyalty and betrayal and the darkest sides of friendship. Tonight, we'll dive deep into the life of Victor, a man who had it all: wealth, power, and a beautiful wife and daughter, and the life others could dream of. But one day, his world came crashing down. He went bankrupt. His wife left him without a word. It was just his daughter and his best friend Emeka that stood by him. But what if everything that had happened wasn't just a misfortune? What if every loss, every betrayal was carefully planned? What if the one person he trusted the most was the very reason for his downfall? Get ready, because tonight we'll unravel a tale of betrayal that will make you question everyone you trust. Now, let's dive into the story and see how it all started. In the city of Lagos lived a man called Victor. Victor is a man who seemingly has it all: wealth, a successful business, a loving wife, and a young daughter. He is known for his generosity. Victor had helped many people, including his best friend Emeka, who he has known since their university days. Emeka is more than just a friend to him. He's practically family. Victor can count on Emeka anytime. He trusted him so much, like his brother, and Emeka is also there for his friend Victor, standing by him always. The day had started as usual for Victor. He stood over his office window, staring at the busy city of Lagos, while thanking God for making him successful and giving him a good, beautiful wife and a beautiful daughter too. Life was so perfect as he had imagined. Immediately, Victor's best friend Emeka entered his office that afternoon with his unusual easygoing smile. Emeka was a man of simple taste, humble despite his royalty and closeness to Emeka's success. While he did not share in the wealth directly, Victor made sure Emeka lacked nothing in life. Emeka sat down and started a discussion with his best friend. "Oga Vic," he said jokingly in his usual playful tone, "one day, you will have to teach me how to sit on the throne like this." Victor laughed, taking it as a harmless banter. "All this, my friend, is for both of us. You know I wouldn't be here without you by my side." But Emeka's laughter felt a little hollow. A few weeks later, Victor sat in his office, going over the latest reports. "A loss?" he frowned, double-checking the figures. That was unusual, especially since their business was known for steady profits. His assistants had never reported any issues. Emeka tried to reassure him, saying, "Victor, don't worry. Every business has ups and downs," he said with a calm and understanding tone. "I will make a few calls, see if we can bring in some few clients. I know people who owe me a few favors." Victor's mind settled a little, but he was feeling discomfort in his heart. The losses continued. Even as Victor tried to regain control, he found himself bleeding funds. Just as he began to wonder if they could pull through, a fire broke out at his largest warehouse. By the time firefighters arrived, the structure burnt beyond saving. His heart was heavy with loss. Victor turned to Emeka, who held his shoulder and said, "I am here for you, Vic." Emeka said, "We will rebuild this again together." Few weeks later, his wife Tola started giving him attitude, picking a fight with him all the time and nagging, making him feel less of a man. Tola acted like a total different person altogether. She was not the loving and sweet Tola that Victor used to know. She even changed towards her own daughter. This continued for months, until one day, the worst happened, and it was the final blow. Tola left him with just a note. The note was brief, her words cold, saying, "I can't stay and watch everything we build crumble. I need to think of myself. I can't suffer with you any longer. Take care of Zara. Tell her I love her." She left without a trace, leaving her daughter, Zara, behind with few of her bags. Victor felt devastated and broken. His own wife leaving him was the worst pain ever. He thought she loved him and would love him in any condition. One day, Victor went out to have some drinks to reduce the pain and stress he was going through. On his way back home, his hands trembled as he gripped the steering, heading back home after the night of drinking his sorrows away. The road was below, his thoughts clouded with grief. He did not notice the black car following him. Just as he approached the bridge, his car jolted violently, rushing towards the edge of the barrier. His vision went dark, and the last thing he remembered was the sensation of weightlessness as the car flipped over. When he woke up in the hospital, Emeka was by his side, hands clasped tightly in prayers. "Victor, you are alive," Emeka whispered, relief flooding his voice. But as they passed, Victor couldn't shake the feeling of dread. Fragrance of memory from the accident nagged at him, but he was grateful to be alive. In the months of his recovery, he thought about everything that has happened to him. He finally recovered and was taking care of his daughter Zara with the little he had. And Emeka, his friend, was always there to help and assist him. But something doesn't just sit right with Victor. Everything happened mysteriously. How his clients left, how his warehouse got burnt, and how his accident happened. Everything just happened at once. He began piecing together the events that led him there. The more he dug, the more uneasy he became. Patterns emerged, and the dots he missed began to align together. The failed business deals, the suspicious fire, even the accidents. One evening, he decided to go through his email. He saw a message that one of his old clients said to him, telling him to be careful with the people around him, and the client informed him that the cause of his business failure was from an insider, that he's telling him this because he's a good man. Victor's mind was racing and thinking of who this insider was. All he had now was his daughter and the little he could save. He couldn't stop thinking about his wife, how she left and when Tola had been distant, even before their financial troubles became worse. The late night she kept, the secret calls, and the cold gaze towards him. Then he came to the conclusion that something was wrong. Maybe his wife could be the insider. Determined to uncover the truth, he hired a private investigator to look for his wife and do some diggings. Few weeks later, the reports that came back were worse than he could have imagined. He never expected that someone he trusted could betray him like this. Tola hadn't just left because of his financial troubles. She had been having an affair with none other than Emeka, his best friend and brother. The investigator provided evidence like photos of Tola and Emeka together, the address of Emeka's apartment, and where Tola had moved in. There were evidences that showed bank statements that Emeka had been supporting her lifestyle all along. As Victor went through the whole evidence, his heart filled with a mix of anger, betrayal, and heartbreaks. He always believed in loyalty, in friendship and family. But Emeka had not only turned down his business, but stolen his wife in the process. All the little signs he ignored over the years now flashed in his mind with pain. Emeka's lingering look at Tola, the quiet conversation that fell silent when he entered the room. It all made sense now. Emeka had wanted everything he had, and in the end, he had taken it all. When he immediately confronted Emeka, the betrayal in his friend's eyes was raw and bitter. He said to Victor, "You never deserved it." Emeka spat, his voice raw and trembling with suppressed anger. "You would think your kindness and generosity could hide the fact that everything you had was supposed to be mine. Your life is so perfect, and you see me as a charity case that you always want to give money to, so that people will see you as a good person. Rubbish! You don't want me to grow." Victor was standing, looking shocked at what Emeka was saying to him. He could not believe Emeka would betray him one day, someone he took as his own brother. He said to him, "Emeka, what have I ever done to you? I did everything for you. Why me, Emeka? Why? I never wronged you. You even took my wife away from me, Emeka." Victor was standing, looking shocked at what Emeka was saying to him. He could not believe Emeka would betray him one day, someone he took as his own brother. Hey besties, sorry to interrupt your video. If you're enjoying the story, please pause to subscribe, like, share to your friends, and also leave a comment, and also mention where you are watching from. Love you guys so much. Emeka replied him with bitterness in his voice, saying, "Victor, you've been using me all these years. You are even lucky I didn't entirely kill you. Through that accident, you were supposed to die. You are just lucky." Emeka said. He stood up angrily and left. Victor stood there, processing everything that just happened. He was heartbroken the more. He didn't know what to do or say. He just left everything to God. Few weeks later, Victor tried healing from every pain and hurt he got from his friend and wife. He was determined not to let Emeka or Tola define his future. He poured out all his remaining energy into rebuilding his life. He decided to start afresh, severing all ties with anyone from the past who would wear him down. He relocated to a different city in Lagos after selling off his mansion and everything that would remind him of his past. He took Zara, his daughter, and left. His love for his daughter was the only thing keeping him steady. In his journey to rebuild, he met Ada, a kind-hearted and intelligent woman with a talent for business and intimate understanding of people's struggles. She had come from a humble beginning and had built her own small consulting firm, which had started gaining much in the business world. The two quickly developed a bond, and Ada proved to be more than just a friend. Her warmth and support helped Victor find strength he didn't realize he had. She encouraged him to tap into his old connections, rebuild his networks, and look out new opportunities rather than dwelling in his past and losses. With Ada by his side, Victor started a new company, this time more diversified and cautious. With Ada as his business partner, she introduced him to her own contacts. She also helped him strategize, and soon they began seeing real success. Within a year, the new business was flourishing and Victor was wealthier and happier than he had been before. His bond with Ada deepened, and Zara came to love her more than she had ever loved her birth mother. Ada was the mother she had never had. So loving, kind, caring, and understanding. Few months later, one afternoon when Victor was in his new office, his secretary informed him that a woman was waiting to see him. He agreed to let her in, not even knowing who she was. Immediately, Tola came in, and Victor's heart stopped and sank. He could not believe his eyes. Tola was looking worn out. She wasn't as polished, glamorous and beautiful as she was. Her designer's clothes looked out of place, and the confidence she once had was no longer there. Tola, how did you find me? And what are you doing here? Victor asked. Victor, please, that is not the issue now. I see you are doing well. I came to apologize to you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Her voice trembling. I made a terrible mistake, Emeka. He never loved me. He only wanted to hurt you. When your business failed, he started treating me like a burden. I was nothing more than a prize he stole. Please forgive me. I know you still love me. Please, Victor. She begged for forgiveness, but Emeka replied her, I don't think you understand, Tola. I don't have any space in my life for people who could betray me like that. I don't love you anymore, Tola. Zara and I are happy, and we have moved on. I have rebuilt my life, and I am with someone who actually values me, not just my success. You chose your path, and now I am choosing mine. Please leave my office. I don't want to ever see you again. And you need to sign the divorce papers too. Tola saw that her pleadings would not do anything that moment. She decided to leave and return again. Victor had closed the final chapter of his old life, but Tola wasn't ready to let go. Weeks after their meeting in his office, he began showing up unannounced at his home, pleading for another chance each time she told a bit more of her story, revealing the truth and the twisted role Emeka had played in her life and how he deceived her. Victor, I was a fool. Emeka made me believe that I deserved better than what I had with you, even though you gave me everything, Tola said. He even convinced me that you weren't strong enough to provide for me, that you were holding me back. He would whisper things telling me that I could be living a better life, that he would give me everything you couldn't. And you believed him. Look, Tola, I trusted you, but you let greed blind you. You betrayed our family, our daughter and me, Victor said to Tola. Please, Victor, I have nowhere else to go and I have no one else. I made a mistake and I have paid dearly for it. I just want to be part of your life again. I will do anything. Please, forgive me. Zara was there looking at his mother, with her face filled with hurt. She understood everything her mother did. Victor's heart has grown resilient, strengthened by the love and loyalty he had found with Ada and Zara. Tola's plea fell on deaf ears. When she realized her words weren't moving him, she tried one last card, their daughter, Zara. She pleaded, trying to convince Victor that they should reconcile for Zara's sake, painting a picture of a reunited family. But her manipulation backfired. Even Zara, once she learned the truth, she rejected her own mother. The young girl couldn't forgive the betrayal she had. She had hurt her and her father so deeply. Zara said to her mother, You abandoned us when we need you the most. Zara's voice was cold. I can't forgive you or forget what you did to us. I have a new mother now who loves me and daddy, and she will never abandon us. Leave us alone, mother. She angrily ran inside. The mother stood there shocked at what her daughter just said. Tola, realizing that she had lost both Victor and her daughter, finally gave up. She faced the painful reality of what she did. She now left with the consequences of her betrayal. In time, she faded from their lives, burdened by her mistakes and haunted by the life she had chosen to ruin. Months after finalizing his divorce with Tola, Victor found peace and joy in his new life. He and Ada grew even more closer, and soon they were engaged. Zara had blossomed under Ada's loving influence, and for the first time, Victor felt he was surrounded by a family that truly loved and cared for him. Ada's sincerity, intelligence, and compassion filled the void left by Tola's betrayal, and with each day, he grew more grateful for the love and support she brought into his life. While Victor was moving on, Emeka's life was falling apart in an unexpected ways. The business deals he had seen promising suddenly failed, and all his investments crumbled one by one. With Victor's support or connections, he was nothing. Emeka tried to reach out to some clients, but the rumors of his deceit and betrayal spread, and no one trusted him anymore. Even his closest business associates began to avoid him. No one wants to work with him. He realized the weight of what he had done. He betrayed the only friend who had genuinely cared for him, used the woman he claimed to love, and destroyed the lives of people who had trusted him. Emeka fell into depression because of guilt and loneliness. He began to feel the extent of his actions as he lost everything: his reputation, his wealth, and respect from his friends. He was left all alone, abandoned by all, and left to face the consequences of his actions. Victor's new business flourished alongside with Ada, and they later got married. Ada stood by him through his darkest moments, and now they shared a future filled with trust and happiness. Victor watched as Zara grew up, proud of the strength and wisdom she had gained from their shared struggles. Together, they had forged a life built on genuine love, loyalty, and could never be torn apart by betrayal. Victor had finally found peace, and the darkness of his past had been lifted with a brighter future, filled with love, joy, and happiness. Morals of the story: trust is sacred, so betraying those who genuinely care for you only leads to loneliness and regret. Greed and envy can lead to destruction. Forgiveness has limits. Sometimes people need to face the consequences of their actions. And also, self-respect and boundaries are essential for healing and growth, just like Victor showed Tola. Our inner strength and determination are what help us overcome challenges, and we should try to move away or move on from toxic people so that we can have peace and a healthier life. Some humans can make and destroy each other. We should always pray to meet ones that can help us build and grow in life, and pray to avoid ones that will destroy us. What goes around comes around. Thank you so much, guys, for watching and staying till the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I would love for you to drop a comment in the comment section. You all know I love reading your comments. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and also turn on your notification buttons for more new videos. Until next time, guys. Bye.